Hey, welcome to this special episode of the podcast. Chris and Evan here.
Yep.
In
First time
San
seeing our
Diego.
faces.
Yeah, here at
we
San
are.
Diego Comic-Con, right outside the Lego booth. You can see we are here with Jedi, Vader, rebuilding the galaxy. We're going to go into the booth and take a look at all the fun new sets that they have available and on display here.
There's some good stuff here, for sure.
Yeah. So Evan, let's go in, see what they have.
Let's do it.
All right. So we are in the Lego booth, and Evan, what are we looking at here?
Well, we're starting with the best case in the whole display, and the best set is the Deku Tree 2-in-1, coming out on August 1st. This one blew my mind when we first saw it. You saw me. It's a little embarrassing, not going to lie, but I kind of got emotional looking at this set. It's my favorite game of all time, and I was excited after the announcement. But look at the side angle. Like, the depth to this set.
It's a large set. Much bigger than I expected.
Way bigger than I expected. Now, the Ocarina of Time version, I think, takes out almost the entire, front portion of the set, and it's just the tree. So doing the Breath of the Wild variation really makes it a lot bigger. But I was just blown away by the depth and the width of the entire set. It's huge.
Yeah, it's a large set.
Now, I've seen a lot of people online being frustrated about the price. A lot of people that are not, Lego people, they're Nintendo people. They're saying that you can buy a Nintendo Switch for the price of this set, which is true. The thing is, though, is that I think looking at it now, based off of all the pictures on the box and all the pictures online, it looks way bigger than all of those pictures make.
Oh, yeah.
Way bigger.
It will be interesting to see the other builds, and the figures.
Oh, the figures are amazing.
Look at those.
So Zelda's got the Sheikah slate, and it's actually the older Ocarina of Time version of Link holding the Hylian shield. And then you got the Master Sword right here in the middle, from where Link pulls it in Breath of the Wild. You also got the buildable Hestu back there next to the figures.
It's a good one.
It's
beautiful. Then, not only do we have Zelda,
but we have Animal Crossing.
Look, the minifigure I've been waiting most for.
KK Slider.
KK Slider, right there. So we got Resident Services.
It's funny they put the old Nook's Cranny set out instead of the new Dodo Airlines set.
Yeah.
I think it's because they wanted to put Tom Nook over there.
And why wouldn't they? He's got his party hat on.
And Audie, too. She has her little sunglasses on her head, which is super cute.
Yeah, great. Super fun.
We were talking about this set on the last episode, but there it is in person. And then up here...
Okay, I'm looking forward to this set.
The Lego Ideas Jaws.
Look at the detail on the boat.
Dude,
it is just...
I would buy that boat. I would buy this set just for the boat. Like, the boat itself is just awesome.
And then you got Jaws. I mean, all the figures. It just looks so much fun.
I like how they went with the diorama style.
Yeah, and we got our little, we're going to need a bigger boat. Classic. So
and then,
good.
Did you want to tell them about the shark and how you can take it off?
The shark does come off, and it has its own display stand. They just have it with the in the diorama right now.
Yeah.
But you can display it separately.
And the separate display stand has the bottom half of the shark, so you can build the full shark and not just part of it.
Yeah, because right now half the shark's underwater.
And then
coming around
the other side,
we've got the D&D minifigures,
which look fantastic.
The molds that they did for this are just so great.
Chris, what are your personal favorites? And then I'll give mine.
I gotta say, I really like the eagle.
The eagle is definitely my favorite one.
It's looking in the feet, the wings. It's great.
The head mold is just amazing.
And I don't know D&D characters that well, but this little guy with the bird. And
that's my other favorite.
I do like that one too.
The little druid almost, or
I'm not
something
sure.
like that.
I should know. I just got to point out this little baby dragon mold.
So cute.
It's so fun.
Also, fun fact for all of these is that all the humanoid characters, I'm pretty sure that they have double printed faces for female and male, so you can choose.
Yeah, because
which gender, because it's like a role playing game.
Yeah, the idea is that you could use these for your own characters because. Right next to it is the castle.
The Red Dragon's Tail.
Which has been out for a while, but it breaks into parts so you can play a D&D campaign with it and then use your characters along with it.
Yeah, I have the same favorites as you from the D&D figures, but I also love the dragon the Dragonborn guy
yeah.
with the shield print. I mean, look at that shield print.
It's so good.
Chris, you know I'm a sucker for a good shield print.
The little bard
And
next
the
to
bard
him.
with the elf ears and the little mandolin.
Yeah.
Oh, just super fun.
The evil sorcerer, he'll be good in my castle setup.
We were saying earlier that oh, look, show the prints on the tiles too. The cobblestones.
Oh yeah, yeah. We got cobblestone again. The second series in a row with printed tiles. So that's so good.
And we were saying we personally enjoy this minifigure series over the space series that came out.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. This Mario set, man.
We've got this Mario set too. That's like this 2D, but
like 8-bit style.
Yeah, but it's got a little crank on the side to make Yoshi open up and shoot out a fireball.
And like he runs along too.
Yeah,
right?
it's super fun. Yeah, you can kind of see his feet move, his mouth opens up.
And can you get a shot of the side of it too? Because the depth of this build is actually hard to see on the box art, but it's got some depth to it. This is what I love about the 18 plus Mario sets, is that they're out of the box, right? You had the NES set with the crank.
Yeah.
And then you had the Mighty Bowser like puppet almost. The Piranha Plant, of course, but then look at this. Like, this is so unique.
They've done so many different things.
It's like a crossover between the art and Mario, but it's like, for classic Mario 8-bit fans, like, that's awesome.
Yeah, they're definitely not afraid to try something new. And then we've got the Bowser train,
which looks super cool.
So fun.
Now the Hammer Bro is always my favorite. I played as him in the old Super Mario Strikers soccer video games, but to see that in Lego form, I know he's been in other sets too, but I love the little Hammer Bro. But look at the front, the engine with the Bowser's mouth, like super cool. And then to round out this case, a little full circle moment for fans of the podcast and us. Got the Ornithopter, which of course was the focus of our very first Clubhouse.
Yeah, one of our first episodes. We talked about that.
I think it was the first one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it still continues to be an amazing set. Okay, we are now looking at a new theme for Lego.
Much awaited,
Fortnite.
theme.
We've known it's been coming, and now we've got the Battle Bus.
It is interesting because they made Lego Fortnite in the game, but they didn't really mention that there were going to be sets at the time. Now, it stood to reason that they were going to make sets.
Yeah.
But here's the first one. That's, from what I've seen, the reaction online, I'm not a Fortnite guy, but apparently this is perfect.
I think it looks great. And the figures, I mean, anytime you can get 9 figures in a set.
And for $100 too.
And some great molds there. Again, I don't know Fortnite that well, but then we get this Pelibone.
This Pelibone. Yeah, this one is actually... I know I say this a lot when I see sets in person, but this one looks much bigger than I thought it was going to be. This one, it's a comparable size to the new C-3PO set, which we'll look at here in a second as well. But it's only $100 instead of $140, so that Star Wars price tag is coming in. But at the same time, you get the C-3PO figure too.
Yeah.
But this build, honestly, like, great part usage, great colors.
Yeah, and
it's really good.
It's still a licensed set that's not bad pricing. Then we got the Supply Llama
and the Durr
Burger.
Better Durr Burger.
Yeah. The Supply Llama looks a lot of fun. I think a lot of people will pick it up.
It is funny that it's called the Supply Llama for the official name of the set, when in the fandom it's known as the Loot Llama.
Yes.
And so there's some conversations on that, but overall a really solid first introduction for the Lego Fortnite theme.
4 good sets. Then we've got some Sonic sets here.
Oh, this is all one Sonic set right here, all of this.
Yes.
So Super Sonic versus Egg Drillster. Now, I could be wrong. I know that in the original Lego Ideas Sonic set, they did a brick-built Dr. Eggman, and people really wanted a minifigure version. Well, there it is.
Here he is.
There's the Eggman minifigure with Shadow. I don't actually know the yellow one's name. That's not Knuckles or Tails.
No, I don't know.
Tails is the yellow, like...
I'm not a Sonics guy, but we do have the new Shadow bust here that looks super fun.
Yeah, so taking the Marvel, DC, Star Wars helmet collection series and making something different and unique.
We also have the new Minecraft builder box or crafting table.
That one is cool too.
It's reminiscent of the very first Minecraft sets, which is fun. With the little micro characters.
I love the micro builds. I think those are all printed too, yeah.
But it is, it just looks cool in box. Plus, create new world is so super fun.
Got a couple other Minecraft sets over here as well. Just kind of rounding out. I think those are the newest releases that are coming out August 1st.
Yeah.
Including another Ender Dragon, or maybe the first Ender Dragon, I'm not sure. But
always need a dragon.
With the Enderman as well. So, fun little Minecraft wave.
Yeah.
That's wild right there. And of course, now
And
that's cool.
it comes with the ship as well. So Lego, for their theme here at Comic-Con, is doing all space. So we have Space Station Bricks is their hashtag. We got their big logo up top. And so they've got a lot of their space sets on display. Some new ones and some old favorites. This is the new Technic.
So big.
Lunar Rover. Oh, so fun. I love this set.
Now, for those of you that listen to the podcast regularly, you know that neither Chris nor I are huge Technic fans, but this is a cool set.
This is a cool set.
This is a
and
really cool
it
set.
looks like it should. I mean, I don't know
Like, this
any
fits
other
the Technic
set
theme.
that should be Technic than
Like,
this.
I've mentioned this before, but you know, like the Batmobile that came out for the Batman movie that was Technic, that was kind of a bummer. This should have been Technic. And
Yeah.
it is, so it's perfect.
But I love that you still get the display plaque. Like it looks really good.
Yeah, and then it has a bunch of the other ones that we've already seen.
Yeah,
throughout
we've
the
seen
year.
a lot of these have come out.
We got the CMS series over here.
The 3-in-1, the Planet Earth and Sun. A lot of the city sets over there that we've seen.
and then all around the booth is all the panels. It's like you're in a spaceship almost, like
Yeah.
looking out into the galaxy, which with a little visual of the new Milky Way Galaxy art set builds.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool.
it's a great kind of animated version of it. Back there, they have an activity where you can build your own little space build and get a free patch. So if you're here, stop by. We've also got some new Marvel sets.
This one is cool.
Avengers Assemble, recreating the opening scene of Age of Ultron.
Which that one is another one. It's like a kind of the base style build, similar to like the Endgame Final Battle set they did with all like the female heroes. and
Yeah,
stuff.
or like the Spider-Man No Way Home set with the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, and it's again
so many figures. I think
another
it looks
set that's bigger than I thought.
It just looks like a lot of fun. Great display piece.
And you get all of the original 6 Avengers there, which is what more could you want from the original Avengers set?
Plus a mech. We gotta love our mechs.
Yeah, this is the Thor versus Searcher construction figure that we talked about on our last episode, coming out on August 1st, as well as this new Avengers versus the Leviathan set, which they kind of took the Leviathan from Avengers Tower, just blew it up a little bit.
Yeah, and added. It's a great way to get these figures if you don't already have them.
Yeah.
And then the Avengers Helicarrier is also here.
Yeah,
a nice little display.
Starship collection from Star Wars.
It is. It looks super fun. It's even got a little plaque like the Starship. I'm a little disappointed to see so many stickers.
Every single one of those details on the top are all stickers, and if you look at it, it's a 1x6 sticker, and then a 2x6, and then a 1x6.
You know me.
So
I hate the stickers. But
this one's been a little controversial so far because the price per piece is also pretty high.
It does look fun though.
It's a good looking set.
I'll give it that. It looks fun. Especially for those of us that don't have a helicarrier because we didn't get the giant
it is
one
more
from a few
affordable
years
than the
back.
giant one, but yeah.
And then the X-Jet,
January
which
1st.
we've seen. Here are some more of their space sets, the Milky Way that we mentioned, as well as the Perseverance.
The Tales of the Space Age, and they got the Artemis as well.
Oh yeah, you can see it in its full size with the Discovery.
That's a good little case right there.
Yeah, I love, me, I love good space set. And we've got the new Milano, because we needed a new Milano.
But this one is the best.
I mean,
one.
it's huge.
It
looks great. And I do like Baby Groot.
I do like how they gave us all of the original core members of the Guardians. I don't know. I haven't followed it closely enough to know if there's other sets that have given us just all of the original ones, but this one does, and that's
it is
good.
nice. And then little dancing Groot.
And then a few more sets we've already seen, with the Sandman set, the Venom
mech,
and then the Spider-Man bust, which is a good one.
Yeah. All right. We also have the 2 versions of Simba that came out this go around.
I didn't
We've
realize
got
how
little
tiny
Simba.
this one was.
I know, but I guess
It's cute though.
if you're going to have 2, I like that they are so different size.
Oh, for sure.
So
it is interesting though. I don't know how many times we have gotten a buildable character at 2 different price points immediately together.
Yeah, with the
like,
same
at
release
the same
window.
day.
I have to say, I do like the big Simba more than I thought I would.
The big Simba looks fantastic.
He looks a lot of fun.
It looks so good. I think they chose the right scale to use certain parts to make it look completely accurate and not creepy,
Yeah.
like some like the Dobby build or the Chewbacca build looks weird.
Don't look weird. They just got a good perspective. Yeah, it's a great.
I'm not even the biggest Lion King fan, but I would love to have this set on a shelf.
Yeah, it looks good.
It looks great.
We also have the new Travel Moment set that was based on the last season of Lego Masters, the winning design. They changed a lot of it. That was just a big plane with family activities in the middle, but now we've got a map with a plane and some other ways to travel. But it gives you little studs so you can keep track of all the places you've been,
And
which
put
is
postcards
fun.
and pictures in the little clips, which is super
So
cool.
yeah, it's designed for you to put your own pictures in. This again is space themed because that's what Lego's done with their booth here. So
As you can see out here, we got a huge area dedicated to Lego Star Wars. As we all know, it's their biggest and most popular theme. We talk about it a lot on the podcast, but they're very much focusing on the Rebuild the Galaxy short or movie that's coming out soon. We talked about some of these sets on the podcast last time, and we have a lot of them here on display, so let's go ahead and give you guys some close.
okay, starting up top, we've got the Dark Falcon, which we've discussed how cool the figure selection is here. That white Vader just looks great.
Yeah.
We got evil C-3PO with his black arm. We've got Dark Side Rey, Dark Jar Jar. Such a fun group. And just the Black Falcon with the red, we're getting a lot of reflection, but it just looks really good.
Yeah, and a little
did it
detail
good.
that we didn't mention last time is the little radar dish for the Millennium Falcon has been transformed into a mini Death Star cannon. So you got Death Star tech on the Falcon. And then if you look behind us, Chris, speaking of the Jedi Vader, you got the giant buildable Jedi Vader that you can take pictures in front of. That's made all out of Lego bricks.
We'll take a look at Vader in a second. We've also got Jedi Bob Starfighter.
Yeah, they're giving away a version of it. It looks like it's signed by the designers, and at the bottom there, I think it says Jedi Bob underneath it, so I think that's signed by Bobby Moynihan.
Which
Who
is super fun. He's the
voicing
voice
Jedi
of
Bob.
Jedi Bob.
And you can see here on the screen next to us, they're showing some clips from the special. Right now it's just the trailer, but before this they were showing like some of the clips, I think from the actual thing that we haven't seen yet, so that's pretty cool. And then here's a little, TIE Fighter X-Wing mashup set. Again, we talked about this one on the podcast last time, but here it is in action with the X-Wing wings on the TIE Fighter cockpit and the fuselage of the X-Wing with the TIE Fighter wings, so...
Which still looks a little weird to me.
A little funky, but I think kids will like it. Remember, it's a toy company.
Yeah,
so
no, definitely
it's not all
good
about us
playability.
snobby adults.
Definitely good playability. All right, we've got some more Star Wars sets on display here. This is the TIE Interceptor that came out on May the 4th, the newest UCS set. I think this looks fantastic.
It's beautiful.
It's such a great set. I've heard from a lot of people that it comes apart very easily. The wings like to disconnect.
It's a good thing that it's a display set.
Yeah, it's supposed to be display. So
Yeah.
my feeling is set it and forget it. But it looks awesome.
And then
next to it is the new
Yes.
3PO.
Which
Buildable
looks,
3PO.
I think it looks perfect.
It looks way better than I thought it would. And
For
I
the
love
scale of it, it just looks fantastic.
And I love that it is in scale with the R2 from a few months ago, so
Yep.
you can have them stand next to each other.
And then if you see down here on the display plaque, we got the UCS version of C-3PO from last year's UCS.
Which was a
Snoke
great
Fancier.
looking figure, and we got the 25th anniversary brick. A pretty good addition.
A fun little detail about this one too is if you look at it from the side angle, Chris, I saw in one of the reviews that they purposely built it so that his legs are leaning forward and then his torso is upright. And that's actually how he walks and stands in universe. is with a slight lean forward, apparently.
It does look very film accurate. That is cool.
Super cool little detail, and I love how they added that in. And it's stationary like that, so you can't change it. We also got the new Star Destroyer playset with the 25th anniversary Cal Kestis figure, which, for me and you, Chris, that's really our
that
main
figure
draw.
is why I would want this set.
Yeah.
I've got one of the older versions of the Star Destroyer, but it's just such a fun ship.
And let's face it, the older versions are probably better build-wise. They're bigger. They're nicer. This one does have a full interior, though, which hasn't been the case for some of the other Star Destroyers of late. But it's also just great, just not even looking at the older sets, to have a play set Star Destroyer on the market right now is just awesome. It's always an iconic ship to have, and it's always good to have one. It looks
so good. Then we've got the new Desert Skiff and Sarlacc Pit.
This one does
which
look really good.
Looks so good. Plus, we've got the 25th anniversary 9 Nub. I love the Bounty Hunter Lando. Luke looks great. Great looking, this is the best looking Sarlacc Pit we've had.
It's a really good set. Again, as long as you ignore that price, it's a great set.
And then we've got Luke X-Wing mech because everyone loves the mech.
But here's the good news: they only made 1 mech this year and 3 last year, so hopefully they're getting the message that we don't want mechs.
And from earlier this year, we've got the Mos Espa Pod Race diorama.
So good.
Looks good, and the buildable Droideka, which I also think looks fantastic.
Yeah, and then we also got the 2 Battle Pack type sets from The Mandalorian Season 3 that just came out in June. So we got the Ambush on Mandalore Battle Pack, and then the Paz Vizsla and Moff Gideon battle. These sets actually connect together. I'm a little surprised they didn't display them connected together since they're both right here.
But the figures look so good in these.
So good, and this is a couple of the sets that we talked about last podcast, because we are getting them in to the store on the 1st, even though they did release in June. But they made brand new helmet molds for the Imperial Commandos, the Praetorian Guards, and for the new Moff Gideon figures.
Dude, the new Moff Gideon looks
really, really well done.
Fire. So nice.
And lastly...
And then we've got Ahsoka Thanos duel on Peridia. I mean...
The figures in this one.
The figures. We've got Thrawn, Elizabeth with her new face print. I mean, Ahsoka
the white
looking
Ezra.
Good, dreamy Ezra. We've got one of the Night Troopers and his markings.
Like we said on the podcast last week, the build itself, I actually personally like it.
It's better in person than I expected.
It's also way better than I was picturing in my head. When I heard the rumors of the set, I was like, I don't really know what kind of a build they could do for 382 pieces, but for what it is, it captures the scene well. It's that platform that they all battle on at the end,
and it's got some play features for spinning them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks good.
And as of right now, all 5 minifigures exclusive to this set, which it's hard to beat that.
And I do like the black spires rising up. It looks good.
If you want to see up here too, Chris, real quick, just for fun, we have the bigger Star Wars booth over to the right here.
Okay.
And they're playing a bunch of iconic scenes throughout the Skywalker saga. We watched the Snoke throne room battle earlier, and they're showing the opening scene from Acolyte earlier, and some scenes from Andor. Super fun with a lot of costumes and props from the Acolyte show.
Yeah, if you've never been to Comic-Con, Lucasfilm always has a giant booth. Maybe we'll walk through there for episode 2. All right, thank you everyone for joining us here at Comic-Con and the Lego booth. Evan, super fun.
There's some good stuff in there. We're really excited for August 1st.
Yeah, and there's some great space themes here. I love space. I'm so glad Lego chose to do this.
And a bit of a bummer that there wasn't a giveaway this year other than the patch.
Yeah, I do like the patch.
And no minifig maker or anything like that. But there's a little activity to build some stuff. And they have the patches if you want to wait for them. They were also handing out posters for the Rebuild the Galaxy.
Yeah, maybe we'll grab some and have some in the store. I don't know. But
good time.
Anyway, super fun touring the booth with you.
Yeah.
Say goodbye, Evan.
Goodbye, Chris.